Hi, I am giving insulin to a kitty that we need to check the glucose first. So she has this kit. This is in the side here too. And so what this does is helps prick the ear. So out of this, you're going to grab one of these, which is going to be a little needle that helps poke the ear, which is where we'll be getting a little blood sample from. So you'll take off the little top piece. I like to hold on to it just in case I want to cover it back up to when I dispose of it. You put this directly inside here. So it should be just like that. And then this button, the blue part will pull down, which kind of sets it to puncture. So when you hit this blue button here, that means it's going up so that it can prick the cat. So I'll go ahead and get it ready like this. I have that ready. Next part's gonna be the little strips. The strips for the little tester. Hi Clara, how are you today? I like to set everything up and call her down. I get 3 treats like out and ready so that I can give her treats while I'm doing this. So I don't put this strip in all the way because whenever you do put it in, you only have a certain amount of time before it kind of closes out. So I'll put the strip in. This is the side that's going to be testing the blood. So this is the side that'll be going into the device. So I'll put it like halfway in so you can, as there's no numbers on there, that means it's not completely on. When I'm ready to test, I'll push it all the way in. It'll start like turning on and getting ready to test her blood. And so next step is going to be, so this is all set up and ready. And the next step is going to be giving her a little puncture so that we can test her blood level. That's what I have. Hi, honey. Hello. So I like to get a little bit more comfortable with me at first. And then I will go ahead and take my little lance, right? Make sure it's cocked back. The number should read 1 that's on there. Hey, good girl. And I'll probably go like this to kind of get that blood flowing to the ear because they're kind of cold right now. Hey, good girl. Cool. And so then, now that I know this is cocked back, I'm gonna push that blue button once I find a part of her ear. So right here, right on the outside corners or outside edges of the ear is where I'm gonna prick her ear. Right? And so now I'm just pushing the ear a little bit to get that blood out. There's like a little dot there. I'll go ahead and push this in, like I was telling you about. It starts like doing some things. And once it tells me yesterday's number, and then once it looks like this, it's ready to read. So I'll push it right into like the blood on that strip. And it's thinking, it's reading the blood, and it's gonna be 361 is gonna be her glucose level. Now in the binder, I'm going to write, it depends on what the client needs, but their binder is specific to say the time, her level, and how much insulin you're going to give her. So right now it is 6:15 and her glucose level was 361. And they're on a sliding scale. So based off of the level of the glucose, depends on how much you're gonna be giving her. So for her level, let's see, she was 361. Sliding scale is gonna be here. I'm going to give her, it looks like 3 units of insulin on this one because she's closer to the higher number here. So 300 to 374, and you get 2.5 if it's the lower, 3 if it's gonna be the higher, like depending on which one's lower or higher. And because she was 360, I'm gonna give 3 because it's at the higher part. So I'm gonna write down 3 because that's what I'm gonna be giving her today. And then I have the insulin ready. It'll be in the fridge in a little box like this. I've got a fresh needle here. Take off the top. That'll expose the plunger itself. Take off this to expose the needle itself. And you can see it's a very small needle. They're typically very small. Get the insulin ready. And I'm going to pull 3 units. So I will keep pulling until there's no bubbles, and I don't see any bubbles now. Cool. And I'll even tap it a little on the side of the counter just to make sure there's no bubbles. Perfect. So let's see. I don't know if you can see that, but this says 5, and then I did like 2 notches below that for 3 units of insulin. Hi. Next up, I always have treats on hand and ready because she's very treat driven, as you can see. Hey, Clara, how are you? So I'll give her a treat. I'll put 1 more down. So she already ate 1. I'll pull up her little area here that's gonna make a little tent. And her little tent is made. And I'm gonna insert the needle and press it and then hold it down once I pull it out. So you watch swiftly. Good girl. You did so good. And I'll give her 1 more treat. Ready? She likes to chase. And that's how we give insulin to a kitty that's gonna need their glucose checked first. Okay, not everyone has these, but I really love these little devices. So these are actually, will snip the needles off of this, making them a lot more safe to toss in the trash can. So it looks like this. You'll press it open by pressing the sides. So it goes like that, press the sides, pops up like that. Then, when it's like this, you're gonna stick the needle into this little silver part right here. Once you do that, you'll press down, clips the needle off, and it stays safe inside here. You can hear there's a lot inside this. That's what it looks like now. This client's instruction was to go ahead and put this cap back on. I like to put all the caps back on, just my personal opinion. And I'll even, this thing, remember I had this earlier, I even like to try to snip this one as much as I can too. Open this back up, put it in there, clips that one off pretty short. And once again, I kept that cap so that I could put it back on here. That way I can toss out all of this into the trash can. So this, the client likes to break these. Like, I think he breaks from the top, whatever you wanna do, or from the bottom, there you go. Breaks these just like this, so that this is completely safe in here, and he throws away all of this stuff. So now it's just to clean up everything. Clara has her insulin. She's looking at me waiting for her food now. And depending on the client, once again, sometimes you'll wait to give the food for 30 minutes. In her case, or you'll give food, sorry, and then wait 30 minutes. But in her case, they said it doesn't really matter too much on what you do on that end. This little thing that you took the blood with, you'll take that out and also toss that. And then cap goes back on here with no needle. I like to put a fresh one every day. So the kit is all set back together. That's done. Putting this back in the fridge. And I leave this just ready out for me the next day, and then I'll go ahead and feed Clara now. All right, thanks guys.